I want to talk about common sense when carrying something for, everyday carry or protection. Uh, it depends where you're at, what kind of neighborhood, the atmosphere you're around. I wouldn't take one of these to the mall, but I would take one of these to a party in a bad neighborhood. And believe me, I have needed some of these in the past, but in a way, I'm glad I didn't have it because this could kill somebody. Maybe not this, but something like this. So you gotta have common sense where you're going, the people, the crowd in there, mainly. And so, you're never gonna, you should never carry something stupid like this. This is not gonna do anything. Uh, this would, slice and dice, but it's not gonna kill. But it's gonna cut someone. Unless you get him in the jugular. But this is better than, let's say something flimsy. I mean, this point is good, but this thing it feels flimsy already. Like it wants to close on me. And I don't recommend small knives for, you know, I mean, it's better than nothing, but I just don't feel comfortable with such a small knife. This is okay. This is almost 4 inches, between 3.5 and 4 inches. So this is okay. It feels great, and you gotta like the grip. And I do like this design because it's serrated also, so for utility. And that point you could use for fighting. Something like that is okay, but it depends, like I said, where you're going. Like I wouldn't use this for a fight. I mean, this is more of a slicer, lemon slicer than. I mean, look at that point. It's just not gonna penetrate. And back in the days during the Civil War, well, even before that, like when the French and the English were fighting with sabers, the French used a curved blade which made horrible wounds. It inflicted horrible wounds because, the victims were just slashed, like very nasty cuts, but they still survived. And the English use piercing, more of a straight blade, kind of like the ninja, you could say. And those, even though they weren't as good for slashing, they puncture vital organs. And so something like this is gonna puncture. Although this is very small, I wouldn't carry this either, and I don't like the system. But that will puncture, something like this will puncture a vital organ, like the heart or a lung or, the liver or something. Where you could keep cutting and cutting with something like this, and the guy's not gonna die. He's gonna be bleedy, but that's it. And I mean, if you don't like the guy, then yeah, go ahead. But like something like this has potential too, even though it's not a big blade, but you gotta look at the shape too. Like, is it suitable for combat? It's okay. It's not the best thing. I personally like spear points because with spear points, look at this thing. This is gonna penetrate. Although I don't recommend flimsy stuff. This is attack force. I paid like $12, but look at the size, and this could do some damage. But I wouldn't carry this only because it might break on me. Because fights are violent, you could fall and drop it or something, and it will break. So I'm gonna order the cold steel one that's huge like this. That I'm gonna carry, but I'll only carry that if I go like around the neighborhood, to buy milk or groceries. But I wouldn't carry that like in the mall. Something like this I would carry in the mall. it wouldn't have a problem. Like, it's a drop point, and it's got that wave motion, so I can open it fast. But it's still too small for me. I am comfortable with a knife having 4 inches of blade or more. Like, even this is better. The thing about a Chris is that they say when you cut with these waves, it's kind of hard to sew the patient back. I don't know why. But the thing is, these knives, like, they're not very sturdy, you know what I'm saying? This will probably break in a fight, in a real fight. So you're better off with like a Kubotan. But like I said, this is just not gonna do that much damage unless you hit him in the head. But I would prefer something like this, some real brass knuckles, and forget about small things like this. Even though this is a good slicer, I mean, can you imagine fighting with this little ass knife? Yeah, you're gonna cut the guy a lot, but he's not gonna die. He's gonna be bleeding, and that's about it. And so maybe in a way it's better, but if that guy wants to kill you and you only cut him and slice him, your life's in danger, you know, and you're taking a risk. Now, if that guy's just a jerk and you just want to put him in his place and you know you're not going to kill him, which I don't recommend killing anyone. That's not what I'm about. But I'm saying, like, if your life is in danger or your loved ones, then, you know, things happen for a reason. No one's going to kill just because for fun. Usually people kill people because people do shitty things to other people. It's like me when I got fired from work. They had no reason to fire me, and yet they fired me. Why? Because the boss felt like it. He didn't like me just because, I don't know why. But he just didn't like me. And so that was his only excuse. Like, he had no excuse. So would it justify me killing him? Probably, in my world, but I'm not gonna kill someone just for that. I should. Fucking asshole. I still dream about kicking his ass, don't get me wrong, but you know, he could have his shitty job. He's gonna die there. I don't care. I move to other things. And so, you know, I collect knives because they're cool and they help protect yourself. And I have come very close to. I only used a knife once in my life for self-defense. Luckily for me, my friends were there and they stopped me from using it. But this punk deserved it. You know, I wouldn't hurt anyone without provocation. But I mean, I'm talking about real ignorant gangbanger. And I put him in his place real fast. He got scared. I almost cut his face, but they stopped me, you know. And other times, I wish I would have had some of these, because fighting 4 guys at a time is not a great thing to experience. You know, even girls were scratching my face and stuff. But if I would have had some breast knuckles, I would have. Oof, that would have been fun. It would have been bad for them, but you know, it's better than getting your ass kicked, and that's why knives are there. You know, they're tools to protect yourself and to do utility things. Like this knife here, it has like the perfect shape for utility. Cut some lemons or boxes. It's like a spider coat with a buck knife type of deal. It feels great in your hand. I don't even know what kind of steel this is. It doesn't say. Just know it's from Spain. It's got a little elephant logo, but it feels amazing. I'm so glad I got this. Sometimes you get good deals, so I'm gonna go back to the Chinese store, and you gotta look for the antique stuff. The modern crap I don't like, but something like this, you know, it's very nice. So So yeah, just keep in mind where you're at, what time, who's gonna be there, how the police are in that neighborhood, because police are no saints either. You know, I once got a gun pointed to my head by the cops just because I had four people in a four-door car. You tell me if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, I do look crazy sometimes. Maybe they confused me with somebody else on my car that I had back then. That's another thing. It depends what kind of cars you have. You're gonna get harassed if you look a certain way. And I could tell people like I'm bald. I have no choice but to keep balding myself. It's not because I want to be or look cool or I'm a gangbanger. No, this is just because I lost my hair and I look ridiculous with patches of hair here and there. Stupid. So don't judge a book by its cover, too. All right, people, take care and stay out of trouble and keep collecting because it's a nice hobby. It's just um, you gotta time these things. Try to get good deals. Don't just buy anything. Now that I look back, I wish I wouldn't have bought a lot of stuff I have because it's garbage and there's no use for it. So just buy quality stuff that's not too expensive. Unless you got the money, then yeah, treat yourself once in a while. All right, people, take care. Bye bye.